Speak about Baker Mayfield. What about the season he's having?
Uh, I mean, I just got to watch him on the film, just now and over the past couple of days, and he looks really good. He's doing what he needs to do, as a starting quarterback in his league. He can make all the throws, and it'll be a good matchup this Sunday.
How big is it to, I guess, get out of this slide? Just like how hard is it when it feels like 3 games in a row, it hasn't ended the way you want it to? How hard is it to snap a slide like that?
Um, I mean, I wouldn't say it's gonna be hard, but we're gonna need everybody's best, especially at this point of the season. The margin of error goes extremely low here, so everybody, it's no more mistakes. We have to go out. We gotta be the best defense we can be, the best team we can be, and then just let the chips fall where they go.
How big of a challenge is Mike Evans? Just his size and his speed and everything
Right.
that comes with him.
Yeah, he's one of the best receivers I ever played against that I've watched on film, and some say he's a Hall of Fame receiver, and his play shows. So, very good receiver, deep ball threat, big guy, physical. So he kind of got everything in his game.
The challenge of going down there anyway, but then they're in the hunt too in their division. So, this is a first place battle again, another week in a row where all these playoff teams. It's this time of year though, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why I said the margin of error just gets really small at this time of the year because, like you said, they're fighting for playoff contention. We are, so everybody has to bring their A game because you're gonna just get everybody's A game, and and that's why these games get that more difficult down the road.
When you start talking about bringing your A game, how close is this team to being back at, I guess, that A game level?
I mean, we're close. We're close every game, but we have to play against these teams that the Clevelands, the Cincinnati's, that's playing for spots into the playoff. It's gonna be the not. It doesn't need to be physical at that point. Of course, it's gonna be physical. Everybody's physical. It needs to go more mental. We need to know what's coming and play the game like chess and not checkers, like I like to say.
Is it just a different edge, maybe, I guess, once you start talking like playoff football? Is that what they always mean when they say it's
Oh
different?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You mean everybody wants to, play in the postseason. That's when everybody is watching. More money. So it's just a bunch of stuff. You playing for a ring, like it's just a bunch. It's exciting.
You guys feel the pressure of the teams chasing the division right now, or no?
Nah,
Texans, Colts.
nah, we control our own destiny, man. Good teams. I mean, especially the Colts. They've come back from last time I looked. They were like 4 and something. Now they're same record as us. So definitely hats off to those guys grinding and staying in it. And then Houston's a good team as well. So and Tennessee is too. So it's just a good division. And like I say, it's no panic, but we control our own destiny.
Hey, Rayshawn, in years past, a lot of times you look at teams, if they're playing a backup quarterback, you might chalk that up as a win. But this year's been kind of tricky with a lot of backup guys being successful. As a defender, man, what are your thoughts on that?
Shoot, I mean, we played 2 backup quarterbacks, and I mean, they got after us a little bit. So I mean, once you get to this day and age, man, these quarterbacks can, especially with how the game is now, is just more one-on-ones and playing out in space, dunk ball here and let the guy make his play. It's gonna be hard against any backup starter in this league, especially if they have a good team.
Talking about a backup quarterback, if Trevor can't go, what's the confidence in CJ?
Huge confidence. We go against CJ every day, as far as the one defense. So we see him make some crazy throws that a lot of people might not get to see, and he'll be able to display that on Sunday.
Something other people don't get to see a lot is, Daniel Thomas. His special teams ace, obviously, him making a big play this Sunday. You just talk about, what Daniel Thomas brings to that, just the DB unit and that special teams unit.
Man, just versatility. He can, like you say, line up at special team, any position almost, and dominate the special teams role. And then when we need him to come in and fill in that role on defense, he does the same thing as well. And, DT is a hard worker and high faith guy, and he lets that show in his game.
3 to go. What's the level of pressure this time of year with 3 to go, controlling the destiny? But it's so tight right now in the race and everything. Right?
Yeah, it's pretty tight. We didn't make it too easy for ourselves right now, but there shouldn't be no pressure. Just try to get back to what we were doing before we lost those 3, and get on the right foot and take it from there. Get into the race.
This is not the first week where you've had backup quarterbacks out there taking the first team reps. So how's it been this week with CJ?
It's been good. I mean, obviously we've been in this situation before. CJ does a great job. He knows all the plays, just as good as Trevor. We take it one day at a time, and whenever we know what's going on, really, we're gonna be ready. So we just taking it one practice at a time. We had a good day today, and we're moving forward to tomorrow.
Some more changes last week. Zay comes out with an injury, and here's Jamal back in the lineup. So, I mean, what does that do to the wide receiver room when you got some moving parts this late?
Yeah, this far in, it's hard to keep yourself up. But we got a lot of young guys in our room who are hungry and they're ready to play. And they've been with us all year in camp. And we know they can play and they can step up. So, like Coach Doug says, next man up mentality. If Zay can't go or whoever, I know our young guys will be ready and ready to make some plays.
Speaking of some of those young guys, Parker Washington, he's one of the guys that has had instant impact on this program. I mean, what is that like for you knowing that you've got him and you can trust him?
Yeah, from the moment Parker got here, I mean, I've been watching all these guys since I got here. But I noticed, I could tell he was really good. And if he ever got his chance to get on the field, I mean, obviously he's a rookie. And he has I ain't mean it like that, no, but he's really good. Like, he's going to get better and better and better. Just needs more reps and reps and reps. But, yeah, and that goes for all the other guys. Whoever's in, we have all the faith that we're going to make the plays and do what we have to do. So I'm happy and excited for him. Sorry, go ahead.
I apologize. If Zay doesn't play with no Christian, does your approach change? You said do the same thing.
My approach is going to change for the rest of the season now. I'm gonna try to just be the best I can be for my team. Obviously, we gotta pick it up right now. So I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to help my team win these games.
You obviously have some familiarity playing down in Tampa when you were a member of the Falcons. What is it like playing in that stadium?
Yeah, it's a good stadium. It gets hot. I think we want to get back to some warm weather. Nice stadium. Pretty cool atmosphere. Florida, South Florida. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be good. I think something we need to get up out of here for this game. Go down there and try to get a good win against a good team.
The stadium's one thing, but what about the defense on the field between the lines in Tampa? What do they have?
Yeah, pretty good defense. They won a Super Bowl with that defense, I think, right?
It's been a little bit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Good defense. I just good everything. I just want to keep it good.
It doesn't seem to matter to you who's across on the other side, right?
No, I just want to be respectful. Respect each team that we're going against. Really good team, for real. Good corners, good D-line, good linebackers, good safeties. Pretty much just a good core. But I got a lot of respect for us, and I know what we should do and what we can do. So, like I said, good team, but we need to, we got to handle our business. I want to respect them. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. And last one for me. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about the focus and the details. Pre-snap penalties, a lot of things going on. How has that felt so far? I mean, it's one day on the field, but how do you guys clean that up down the stretch?
Communication. You just, you start in the meetings by telling each other that we got to communicate better. We got to make sure before we leave the huddle that everyone's on the same page. So, when we're in our walkthroughs and, when we're going through our plays, we're just, overly communicating with each other, just, reminding each other that, it's on this snap. This is the play. This is what's going on in the game. So, there's a lot of moving parts, and you can easily forget. Like, it seems like it's easy to just run to the line and snap the ball, but we got a lot of thinking, a lot of looking around, and you can easily forget, what the count is. So, obviously we're professionals and we got to be perfect, but, we're working on it, and that's how you do it.
I mean, I'm trying to get that every week in and week out. I mean, being anxious won't change anything, honestly. I mean, have to go out there and execute, and I just go out there and just stay disciplined and take the things that come to me. I mean, it's the NFL. You have great players, great teams, and that's what we've been facing week in and week out. So, I mean, I can't get down on myself or change my approach to the game because things haven't been going my way. I just go out there and just keep being disciplined and keep leaning on my foundation, honestly.
Is there any extra pressure as you get later in the season on these games?
Nah, I mean, it shouldn't be. I feel like this one we should be playing our best ball. I mean, we've been playing football for a long time now. It's going into week 15. Everyone should know their job. Everyone should know the role. Everyone should know their position. So I feel like it should be no pressure. Everybody should be out here playing free.
I know it's been a couple of losses in a row, but it doesn't feel like this team is that far from playing their best ball. How far is this team from playing their A game right now?
I mean, honestly, I feel like we've been there. We've been so close the past couple of weeks, but I mean, it's kind of just repetitive to just keep talking about like, oh, we're gonna get there, we'll get there. I feel like it's time to get there, and it's time to start talking about it and be about it, honestly.
When we talk about young guys like Parker Washington, what comes to mind for you?
I feel like he was ready for the opportunity. I feel like he's been showing flash of greatness and what he could be, and I feel like he's just to continue to just keep learning week in and week out, and just lean on the older guys in his receiver room to keep bringing him along, and I feel like the future is bright for him.
Do you feel like the veterans that he's been leaning on, I mean, those are the perfect guys to educate some of the rookies like Parker?
For sure. Just looking at Parker's game, I feel like he could learn a lot from Agnew, he can learn a lot from Christian. Just those two guys being in the room with him, I feel like it's going to help propel him in his career much further and faster.
The division race is tight. I mean, it's right there, 3 weeks to go. But you guys control it, so that's the good thing. But is there added pressure now that you see the standings and what's going on, and how do you guys handle that part of it?
We have to take it one game at a time, and really can't worry about nobody else but ourselves, honestly. I feel like we try to worry about everything else around us. We're not taking care of the little things that was right in front of us. And we got to focus on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We can't worry about nobody else, because if we don't win that game, then we're you know the outcome of that. So I feel like for us to be our best self is focus on us, and I feel like we take care of ourselves 1 week at a time. We're going to be where we want to be at the end of the season.
And then about the Buccaneers defense, veteran group, what do they have to offer, and especially in the front seven?
Yeah, Vita Vea. I mean, just him, just his presence, just what he can do, just him being so big, but also just so quick. I feel like we're going to put 4 hands on him at all times, and just try to find ways to get around him and slow him down, not let him wreck the game. And I feel like if we just execute and play within the scheme, play above the sticks, we're gonna be right. It will be great.